Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is Brother Nehemiah from the One Truth Israelite camp. I want to do a video based off the situation that our people in the awakening is living all over the world. In North America specifically, it's very hard over there and our people. So a lot of the Hebrew Israelite teachers from many different camps and other places that don't want to consider themselves as a camp, a lot of them are doing a great job teaching and awakening our people up. However, I find there are certain scriptures that they don't explain properly, because some scriptures, as you know, have a double meaning, and sometimes they don't tell you the whole thing, so they kind of talk about like a spiritual thing instead of a physical thing. But I am here to deal with, or to expose, as I like to say, the truth about these scriptures. And I want to ask a question. Are you not tired of police chasing you? Are you not tired of seeing the oppression of your people, which I know will continue? But it's so much more in the West than it is in other parts of the world, but yet they tell you, you shouldn't leave, you should stay, because aka Babylon is everywhere in the world. That may be so, but the scripture provides an option for our people to go to another area to see if they can keep the laws and statute better than wherever they are at this specific moment. And that's what I find a lot of the camps are not really forthcoming with. So I want to put this out there, not as a job at any of the camps, but rather information, so that our people, Israel in their awakening, can actually see that there are options that they can choose to take while we're in our captivity. Or there are times where we have to come to understand that we don't have to subject ourselves to 9-to-5 jobs, basically working for the very people that the book is telling you to stay away from. So when you go to work or school or whatever it is you do, the book says you shouldn't be sitting with them. So how could you keep working for them and then furthering your own affliction and saying it's okay? Well, it's not okay. Me, I was in the West also. I came out. Now I'm in West Africa. And I'm here hoping to invite any Hebrew Israelite who hear the cry that the Most High cry and says in Zephaniah, gather together, nation not desire. You understand? So we want to understand that issue. So I came in West Africa. I have quite a bit of land, and I'm inviting any Hebrew Israelite who is willing to leave all this headache and nightmare over there, because truly Africa is not what they tell you. There are no people with spears and bone and arrow running around half naked. This is a complete misconception and lies that the enemy has fed us for a very long time. So I have here in West Africa land, and I'm willing to help any other Hebrew Israelite who wants to get away and live a different lifestyle. I'm more interested in a small community, with Israelites who understand what needs to be done. So I will leave a contact, so anybody who's interested can contact me and get better information about how to go about, getting into something like what I'm proposing. Now, I want to get into the scripture and read 2 or 3 precepts regarding flee or get out. Now, we'll go to Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6, and the sister Avaya will read some of that.
Jeremiah 51, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Most High's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
So there it's telling you to flee out of the midst of Babylon. But most of the camps will tell you it's a spiritual fleeing. Now I believe that there are some in those parts of the world who cannot leave. They don't have passport, or they're in prisons and they are awake. Those people, the Most High will have his own way to deliver them. But there's a reason why you are allowed to have passport now. So we'll go on to the next scripture, We'll go to Zechariah 2, verse 6 and 7.
Ho, ho, come forth, and flee from the land of the north, saith the Most High. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Most High. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
So I don't know if I'm hearing two different things, but what I'm hearing there is clearly a physical flee. Not a spiritual one, but a physical one. Right? Look at the next one. We're going to go to Micah 2:10. And you're going to see there's something else going on here that they're not really showing you clearly. I'm not sure why, but they're not showing you clearly as it's written.
Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So,
as we know Israel, those places are not our rest. Neither is it in West Africa here. But rather, what I'm saying, you could get away from the everyday stress and try to live a simpler life with other like-minded brothers. You understand? I think this is the best thing for Israel. And they're doing that in America in different places and in some parts of Canada. However, the enemy is always around the corner waiting to get it. So why do we keep living like that? Now, there are some more scriptures here. I will just simply reference those scriptures, and the sister will just simply leave those.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4 and 8. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 45. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 28. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 50. Isaiah chapter 52, verse 11. And 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17.
Now, if you read all those scriptures, you will see it is dealing with the same thing, flee or get out. It's telling you to remove yourself from such a place or places. That's what it's telling you. So don't take my word for it. Look up the scriptures, go look for yourself and see, and tell yourself whether or not they're telling you the whole story or just piece of the story regarding this issue. So I will do a part 2 of this video, and I will show you a little bit more the land and what I'm doing in West Africa here, and what I'm putting an invitation out for Israel, for those, once again, who is willing to listen to what needs to be done and make that change. So this is Brother Nekemia from the One Truth Israelite camp saying Shalom, Shalom Israel, until next time.
Deuteronomy 28. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. But if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Most High, to observe and do all his commandments, then curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these lies and delusions wake me up, show